Namaste, welcome you all in NIOS video class. Today we are going to start a new subject, that is political science. The short sign of political science is P and science. It's for senior secondary level. The subject code of political science is 317. Now let's begin with lesson 1. The name of the lesson is Meaning and Scope of Political Science. Let me give you all a brief background about political science. In 10th class, you have studied maths, different things or different subjects such as economics, accounts, Hindi, history, etc. And after that, you have planned according to your interest what you're gonna study. How economy goes up and down and the different aspect of society is related to political science. Political science is related to different political parties and the different rules and regulation, responsibilities and duties of the citizen of a state. Let's begin with part 1. Difficult words. The first word is government. In short, we write it as GOVT. In many places you have seen there are government offices and these offices have their own work and responsibilities. States. You all have seen the map of India. In map of India, you have seen many states such as Kerala, Tamil Nadu, etc. Justice. Justice means equal or equality. Next is emergence. Emergence is how the thing has started. That is called emergence. Parliament. In Parliament, there are different kinds of ministers and different persons of different power sit together and discuss various things such as right to be made, policies to be made, and they do all the meetings in front of each other. There is a discussion between the policy or the rule that is making or undergoing. If it approved in Parliament, then it will be going further, and after the approval it respectful, followed by the people. Democracy. Democracy is defined as the freedom of living in your own legal / laws. Rules and regulations are made by legal officers or the government, and the law is followed by each one of us. Constitution. There are different constitutions in different states or in different countries. Every country follow their own constitution. Constitution is a rule book which has all the rules and regulations which has to be followed by the citizen of any country. Citizens. Judiciary. Judiciary is related to law or legal matters. Welfare means for the sake of society, people, or any other thing. Civil rights. There are different rights in our country, such as right to speak and speech, etc. Liberty. Liberty means freedom. Freedom of anything is termed as liberty. Equality. We do not discriminate anyone on the basis of their sexuality or their caste or their gender. We always has to be shown equality between all the people and citizens of a country. Discrimination. Discrimination means discrimination between the people on the basis of their looks, color, caste, height, and sexuality. For example, there are two persons, one person is handicapped and the other person is a normal person, but in an interview, a handicapped person do exceptionally well, but the another person hasn't performed very well, but he has chosen for the interview. That is called discrimination. Secular. Secular means a person who believe in all religion equally. That is called a secular person. Secular is the one who do not discriminate between the persons on the basis of their religion. Vigilance. In search of or in observation. For example, we put cameras in our home, and so we can vigilate, or we can do vigilance in the locality or in the shop or in our homes, so that we can protect us from anything wrong. That is called vigilance. Merit means successfully clearing any exam, job, etc. But the other person has been chooses on the basis of his color. That is called discrimination. Merit is the person who successfully passed the examination. Handicap. A person who has inability to perform something such as regular walking or mental IQ is termed as handicap. Income. In the span of 1 year, what we earned monthly, that is called the income. Political parties. There are different political parties in several places or in each state. You all know the meaning of laid down, means taking rest, but there is another meaning of the same word in the respective of law. Territorial means land, your own land. That is called territorial. Now let's take a break.
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने। हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने।
की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो,
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े, वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े, वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
मित्रों हम उठे और जागे,
मंजिल आने की ध्वनि सुने। हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने।
राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालय का है द्वार खुला सबकी खातिर।
शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर।
शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर। दुनिया में इसके केंद्र बात,
कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने। हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने।
So far by now we have finished difficult words. Now let's begin with the explanation of political science in detail. Objectives of this lesson. First, to explain the meaning of political science in the light of some standard definitions. Second, to distinguish between political science and politics. What are the main difference and the core difference between the political science and politics? And the third is describe the scope of political science in terms of role, state, function and the government and its relationship with citizen. Meaning of political science. Political science deal with those aspects of individuals in society which relates to their activities and organization devoted to seeking of power, resolutions of conflicts, and all these within an overall framework of the rule and law as laid down by the state. Changing meaning of political science. The subject of political science became a specialized science of the state. It studied about the different form of government and its organs like legislature, second one is executive, and the last one is judiciary. In judiciary, there is Supreme Court, District Court, State Court, etc. And in executive part, there is PM, CM, etc. These are the three important organs or the forms of any government. In modern times, political science acquired a realistic and secular approach as a result of emergence of capitalism following the Industrial Revolution. The role of the state underwent considerable changes. And few changes which is required as per the society and its development, so it can possible to give a sustainable livelihood to the people living in the particular country. Growth of the discipline of political science. The church used to authorize certain actions that will good to people. science developed into a secular look and now it has same secular behavior. Three branches of government. It took various reforms and covered various aspects of governance such as the judiciary, the legislative and the administrative organs. At present, it became a specialized branch of study. Whoever wants to develop in the scope in whatever field, they can easily do and learn. Distinction between political science and politics. Political science is the study of theory and practice of politics and government at all levels such as local, national, international. Politics refer to a state of affair of a country, including the structure of its government and the decision taken by the ruling party. Political science. According to many political scientists, the study of political science comprises theory of state, concept of sovereignty, power, forms and functions of government, making and execution of law, elections, political parties, right and duties of citizen, policy functions and study of welfare activities of the state and government. Politics Many a time implies practical politics, practicing politics is different from studying it. Practical politics includes actual formation of government, the working of government, administration, law and legislation. Political science. The philosophers in political science can generate the new idea to mold the society. Politics promote the interest of an individual by all means. Political science shapes the government and public opinion in a well-mannered way. Politics is associated with the satisfaction of want. That is called politics. For example, a person who comes to your home for asking to vote him asked you, do you have regular water supply in your home? And you answered him. Similarly, he ordered, after listening to you that you don't have water supply in your home, to give water to your area. That is called politics. Scope of political science. First is citizen and government. Second is role of the state. Third is liberty. These are the 3 points. Citizen and government. The government is the most important instrument of state through which the later of its objective achieved. Though its 3 organs are legislature, the executive and the judiciary. It makes laws and rules, implement them, maintain peace and order in the country, and resolve clashes of interests. It also tries to ensure territorial integrity or university of the all human being, or ensure the territorial integrity or unity of the country. After this, it will get easy to resolve the clashes between the different states or different human on the term of religion, caste, etc. Government is the powerful thing in any state. The relationship between citizens and the government is reciprocal. The citizens are the member of the state. The state recognize certain rights of the citizen, in turn expect certain duties from them. Such as you have set of duties with yourself if you are living in a state or country, and you have to follow them and follow the law of the given state. Law must be followed by all the citizen. So far as the right of a citizens are concerned, they can be divided into three parts, that is civil right, political right and social right. First right is civil right. Civil rights are those rights which are necessary for freedom, liberty of the individual. They include the right to life and personal liberty, right to freedom of speech, expression and thought, right to own property, or right to enter into a contract. These are the civil rights which has been given to all the people living into one state. For example, a person want to buy a land and government doesn't allow, then it's called, it's not an example of democracy, but when you have a constitution in your country, you can freely do land, or you can freely sell or purchase the land, and it is an example of a democratic country. Political right. Political right include the right to vote and right to contest election. For example, I am living in a UP and government has given me some rights and responsibility, plus a ruling party developed my area, then I'll vote them again and again in each time. But for example, if a government party hasn't worked well, I will never again vote them. It's a right of a citizen living in a country to choose their political party for ruling them. Next, social right includes the right to some degree of economic welfare and security, and the right to live the life of a civilized being according to standards prevailing in the society. In a society, everyone has the same right. There is no discrimination on anyone on the basis of anything. Role of state. There are the four main elements a state consists. First is the people. Second, the territory on which they live. Third, the government to the rule and regulate the life of the people. Fourth, sovereignty. A state have his own government which has sovereignty to rule the particular area. The state to act as trustee of the people means that it should hold people's power as a trust for welfare of the people. It should not consider people as helpless subject, but as a co-ruler in its governance. Liberty. The term liberty is derived from the Latin word liber, meaning free. Thus, liberty means freedom, freedom is of paramount importance for the development of an individual's personality. Liberty make any man a powerful human being and person full of knowledge. So far now the explanation part has been finished. I hope you all have understood it well. Let's move to the exercise part. In exercise, you have to think and answer by yourself. The options are given in the bracket. I'll sign the question for yourself, but you have to answer by your own. Question 1. Political science deal with both dash and dash issues. You can see in bracket the options are given. The first is empirical, second is normative, and the third is formal. You have to choose the right answer and put it into the blanks. Second question. Political science studies dash and dash. In bracket, society, state, nation, power, class. Question 3rd. The term politics derived from the word in bracket police, and state. What do you think is the right answer? Please put it in the blank. Question 4 said politics begins and ends with the state in bracket Gettle, Garner, Laswell. 5th, dash defined political science as the study of shaping and sharing power. Who said this? Please fill in the blank. 6th question. The term state was first used by, in the blank you have to choose the right word given in the brackets in the blue color. 7th, the term liberty is derived from the dash word liber. Please choose your answer in the blue format and write it in the blank. 8th, eternal dash is the price of liberty, vigilance or freedom. Please write in the blank which you think is the right answer. 9th, dash called political science a master science? In bracket, Plato, Aristotle or Lasky? Who you think has said this? Please write it. So far now we have finished the lesson 1 from part 1, difficult words, explanation and exercise. I hope you all have understood it better. In next class we will going to do part 2 of the same lesson. Thank you. Namaste.